Historians debate the exact date of the founding of the United States of America, but we generally accept it occurred 250 years ago on July 4th, 1776, and that is what we are observing and celebrating today.
The founding of the United States was established by our Declaration of Independence from Great Britain. The first use of the title United States of America is found at the beginning of that document.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed.
This declaration is one of the most profound and consequential documents produced during the Enlightenment. It established two essential principles at the core of our political and social system. First, that all people have rights given to them not by a government, which can just as easily take them away, but rather they are given to us by the higher power of our Creator. When we established our government in the Constitution, we established a Bill of Rights recognizing many of these rights.
Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom from unreasonable search and seizure, and the right to not be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law.
Second, the Declaration of Independence recognized the principle of popular sovereignty, that the highest political power of a nation does not lie in the king, the government, or a ruling political party, but rather that power resides in the people themselves. The country founded 250 years ago was not perfect. It was far from it. The men who signed the Declaration of Independence and later drafted the Constitution were well aware of that. Thomas Jefferson and James Madison acknowledged the evils of slavery and yet held people in slavery themselves. While the nation which they created was not perfect, it was a nation unlike any other that came before it, or many that came after.
Our country proved capable of growing and evolving toward the more perfect union promised in the Constitution. Since the founding of our country, the list of rights and protections we recognize has increased. The abolition of slavery, the right to vote extended, workplaces made safe. The Constitution has been amended, laws have been passed, and courts have upheld rights.
Throughout our history, the United States has not been a place to be from. It is a place to come to. People from around the world came to our country to build better lives, and they built the most prosperous country the world has ever seen. They built a country capable of unprecedented achievement.
Our nation's journey has been far from smooth. It's been a rocky road. Before the ink on the Bill of Rights was dry, Congress passed a law making it a crime to criticize the government. Native Americans were driven from their lands. Segregation and Jim Crow laws were part of our national fabric. American citizens were interned because they were of Japanese descent. Not everyone has enjoyed material prosperity, and many people struggle with poverty and hardship.
However, as a people, we have not been afraid to confront these issues, address the wrongs, and work towards a better place. Our progress came with a cost. Whether fighting a civil war among ourselves to end slavery, or fighting in wars overseas to end tyranny.
Other nations threw off their oppressive rulers with revolutions that promised much, but delivered little. Shortly after our nation was founded, the French had their revolution against their king. Their revolution promised liberté, égalité, fraternité, or freedom, equality, and justice. They got the terror and Napoleon.
The Russians threw out their czar with the promise of peace, land, and bread. The Bolsheviks, who replaced the czars, delivered none of those. Instead, their system built walls to keep their people in.
Winston Churchill described democracy as the worst of all political systems, with the exception of all the others. Despite our flaws, Americans still pursue the ideals of our Declaration of Independence in a free and democratic society. As we reflect on 250 years of the United States of America, let us look forward to another 250 years
with the hope that we can continue to work toward a more perfect union.